But what I know is I'm feeling just fine.
My life is like a red carpet, and I'm feeling like the richest millionaire. This is my local mayor, and I'm the biggest star around here.
What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail. Those gaslighting panda bears. So you get guys who are pandering to women and they make up stories all the time. And I get tired of hearing it because you basically got guys who are F-boys who are trying to act like they're not F-boys anymore, but they're just telling half-truths to continue the BS that's going on because they're trying to get over. See, some women had caught on to the game of guys being full of it for whatever reason, you know, predominantly sex, let's put it that way. So now these guys are like, oh, these men over here, look at what they're doing. They're the type of guy to do this to you and that negative thing. You need to protect yourself. No, he's talking about himself and he's pointing at somebody else who's not like him. So it's kind of the equivalent to a guy who you would be considered a criminal and a guy who you would consider a working man. And the criminal is telling you that the working man is a criminal. And you like, I knew he was doing something extra when he went on his lunch break. I can't trust him. You can't trust who's telling you this. Because they know all the tricks of the trade. I wonder why. I wonder how they learned all of these tricks of the trade. I wonder how they were able to tell you what guys do. I mean, can't you smell the F-boy on them? Can't you smell the full of ish on them? My dog is trying to get some rest. You can't sleep. You ain't gonna have me up at 3 in the morning. Anyway, so now you got this issue where these guys are pandering. And it's gonna blow up in their faces because what keeps happening is these guys are trying to tell women one thing and they're trying to blame a different man for what they're actually about. And these women keep coming back to them. And the problem is women are going to realize these guys are lying because they're sending them off on dummy missions. So now you went out saying this guy was this thing and treating this guy this way, and you realize the person you're listening to is that guy. And now it's like, yo, you told me this, but you lied to me. Why would you do that? You told me he was like this, but he's not like that. And I didn't burn the bridge with this guy trying to pull out of him that he was like something that you told me he was and he wasn't. See how confusing what I just said sounds? It's ridiculous. But here we go. So now these guys are pandering and ladies don't do this and don't do that. Same thing with the ladies. These men are like this and these men are like that and these men are going to be like this. Like, listen, chick. You are the very thing you're talking about. You know, gold diggers telling you how to not be gold diggers or to not how to look like a gold digger while you're gold digging. But these other women who are not gold diggers, they're the ones, you know, they're the real pick-me's. No, if you wanted to be, let me explain something to you. If you're trying to use a man for his resources and you're trying to seduce that man so he can give you his stuff, you're trying to, you know, be an actress and act like a pick-me to get his stuff. You're trying to act like the type of woman he would marry to get his stuff. So you're acting like a pick-me when money's on the table. And you listen to the women who, I was successful at it, but they're all miserable. So this pandering goes wrong because they don't tell you, hey man, when you do dirt, you get dirt. You pray for rain, you got to deal with the mud too. Watch the movie Equalizer. That was Denzel's line. But these panderers keep gaslighting. You're doing this and you're doing that. That's how you come up with these guys making up arguments and narratives with scenarios that they came up with on their own. You're talking about one thing and this guy said, well, you know, look, man, if you're going to get with a guy working hard, he's gonna expect some things. Well, maybe the guy that's working hard shouldn't be out here beating women and putting hot coat hangers against women's skins and clotheslining chicks. Maybe when he gets home, he's abusive. He hit her upside the head with a Hennessy bottle, and that's why women don't want to be with a hardworking man. It's like, what did you just say? See, you don't want to address that. I don't want to address something you just made up because it don't make sense. That's not what normally goes on in society. What normally goes on in society is guys who are about something stay on their grind. Guys who aren't are dysfunctional and destructive. That's what normally happens. But these guys who are gaslighting panda bears, they're destructive and deceptive. So guess what? They want the way they get you off that scent is, I'm going to point you in his direction while I'm doing what I'm saying he's doing. And the problem is you're too stupid to not look at who's telling you this. You keep ignoring a panda bear's red flags. Panda bears have a lot of red flags. And putting you up on game about them, positioning it as somebody else is one of them. So I'm done with this one. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.